friendship could be. My little pony. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure, tons of fun. A beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness, it's an easy feat. And magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Did you know you're all my very best friends? I get to stay here?
So Rarity is visiting Canterlot, and Twilight arranged with Celestia for her to stay in the castle. And of course, Rarity is over the moon about it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Celestia's like, okay, this is getting a bit uncomfortable now.
You are very welcome. Thank you.
And being Rarity, she has a ton of luggage.
Do you know what I love about Canterlot?
Rarity is having tea with her cat. That is a special kind of crazy cat lady. Anyway, she's there to buy fabric and realizes that she ought to make a new dress for Twilight's upcoming birthday to express her gratitude. So do you remember how in Sisterhood Social it's revealed that Rarity has humble beginnings? That's definitely going to come into play here.
I may have been born in Ponyville, but I am a Canterlot pony at heart.
A couple of rich ponies named Jet Set and Upper Crust are in love with her hat.
Oh, this old thing? Oh, it's just something
Rarity!
But it turns out that an old friend of hers from Ponyville is also around.
It's me, Hasty Turnip Truck. We met at the big hoedown at Ponyville last fall.
You're from Ponyville?
Hayseed is why Rarity can't have nice things. Well, Rarity takes that negative energy and turns it into inspiration. You go, girl. Also, for how Opalescence has such a reputation for being crazy, she's extremely well behaved in public. In any case, Rarity literally runs into someone.
I say, that's one way to make an introduction.
These two are adorable. Anyway, it's Fancy Pants and his quirky girlfriend Fleur de Lis. Rarity mentions in passing that she's staying at the castle, and they are really impressed that she knows the princess. Notice how, in all the chaos, poor Opal gets stuffed into a bag with the fabric. Seriously, Fleur de Lis is one of those characters who you always need to watch out for because she's always hanging off of Fancy Pants in some goofy way. She also has the same body type as Princess Luna, which makes her kind of unique. The creators basically wanted her to look like a pony supermodel.
You are obviously some pony worth bumping into.
In any case, he invites Rarity to come and see the Wonderbolts that afternoon. Even Opal is surprised.
We'd love to see you there.
Rarity.
Rarity.
Of course, now Rarity has a dilemma, since going to the Derby will mean that she might not have time to make the dress for Twilight. Essentially, she has to choose between being successful and being a good friend. For now, she chooses success. I love how Opal represents Rarity's conscience in this episode.
Rarity, jolly good to see you.
So now Rarity gets to hang out with Fancy Pants and stick it to Jet Set and Upper Crust.
I'll be rooting for Rapid Fire, of course. He's sure to take home the grand prize.
I don't think he has a chance against Fleetfoot.
Also, thanks to Rainbow Dash, Rarity knows a bit about the Wonderbolts and is able to predict the winner. I'm tempted to think that this scene is a reference to My Fair Lady, but since Rarity doesn't yell out anything embarrassing, probably not. She's just a little more invested in the race than everyone else.
My friend Rainbow Dash talks about her all the time. She says what Fleetfoot lacks in size, she makes up for in speed.
Who is this Rainbow Dash?
She's the Wonderbolt's trainer, of course.
You could have just said that she's a friend of yours who is a contender for the Wonderbolts. It's still kind of a white lie at this point in the series, but it's a much less blatant one. And having a friend who is on the verge of becoming a Wonderbolt would still be something to brag about. I get that she wants to impress them, but she's aiming a little too high, is what I'm saying.
3 cheers for Rarity, my new favorite party guest.
But they buy it. Keep on eating that crow, Upper Crust and Jet said. It's got lots of protein.
Oh, you are a delight, Rarity. An absolute delight.
I love this mare's voice. Anyway, Rarity starts getting invitations to various gallery openings and dinner parties left and right. Once again, she has to make that choice, and she chooses the gallery openings and the dinner parties. But she hasn't forgotten about Twilight's dress and still thinks she can make time for it.
But I can't possibly disappoint the Canterlot elite by rejecting their invitations now, can I?
And since this is a Rarity episode, cue a song.
I'll be the one to watch the girl in the flow. I'm the type of pony every pony should know.
Ah, this must be the Persistence of Dragons exhibit. I think Rarity in a beret might have become a meme. Also, there's photo finish. Speaking of which, she wore that outfit in green isn't your color.
I'm the type of pony every pony should know.
And there's her gala dress. I love that in this collage of all of the Canterlot elite is Derpy with a bag on her head. I wonder if Rarity knows that Prince Blueblood is right behind her. It'd be funny if he just started stalking her. Anyway, as usual, it's a nice, catchy song.
Yes, I'm the type of pony.
Anyway, Opal reminds her about Twilight's dress, and Rarity throws a very simple one together at the last minute and clearly feels bad about that. The next day, Rarity's about to go back to Ponyville so she can get there in time for Twilight's birthday party, but she gets a last-minute invitation to a garden party by Jet Set and Upper Crust, no less.
Right next to the Galloping Gala, that is the premier event in Canterlot! Ah!
So once again, she has to choose, and she chooses Canterlot.
It's just too important.
She even lies about it, writing a letter to Twilight saying that Opal has gotten sick and is unfit to travel, in her typical overdramatic way.
Your friend, Rarity.
So Rarity is on her way out the door and looking pretty snazzy too, so guess who shows up? Yep, they've moved Twilight's birthday to Canterlot so Rarity could attend.
Balloons are super easy to pack.
And naturally, Fluttershy wants to see Opal.
I am so sorry about this.
Poor Opal. You're gonna pay for that, Rarity. So Twilight spots the dress and...
It's so simple. So practical. So me! I love it!
Of course you do. I kind of like the detail that the birthday party is being held in the same ballroom as the Grand Galloping Gala. You can tell just by looking at it. Also, they did a good job of repairing it.
Oh, I never leave home without my party cannon!
Also, Pinkie Pie's party cannon makes its first appearance. That's gonna come in really handy at the end of this season. Anyway, the party starts and it turns out that the garden party is happening just outside. So Rarity sneaks out there to at least make an appearance. Hi, Octavia.
I say, what is that scent you're wearing? It smells like... Is that cake frosting?
Yes, I always dab a little frosting behind my ears before I go out. After all, who doesn't like the smell of cake frosting?
I know I do.
I can't decide if Fancy Pants is so agreeable because he's just kissing up to someone who could turn out to be influential, or he's just that open-minded. I like to think it's the latter. Either way, he still comes across as better than most of his peers. Anyway, back to Twilight's party. Not sure what game they're playing where everyone is blindfolded at the same time. So Rarity is now going back and forth between both parties. Honestly, she's doing it so quickly she can't really be getting anything out of either.
Have to go to the thing with the stuff, you know.
Naturally, she gets tired and ends up bringing a croquet mallet back with her to Twilight's party.
Oh, that croquet mallet! Were you at that other party in the garden? Rarity, I'm surprised at you.
Twilight actually figures out that Rarity was at the other party, and she immediately gets that Rarity was doing it to network, and she's totally okay with it, even impressed at how business-savvy Rarity is. And she even suggests that Rarity go back, since it'd be good for her business.
Twilight, you really are the best friend a pony could ever ask for.
Well, I guess that problem is solved, except that they all want to go with her.
Come on, you guys! Let's show them how to party Ponyville style!
So of course it's a disaster, down to Applejack thinking that garden parties are for gardening. On the upside, Fluttershy finally made friends with those animals. Better late than never. Also, Twilight is a really bad dancer. Anyway, Fancy Pants approaches her and inquires about her dress.
This lovely filly from Ponyville was just about to tell me who made her charming dress.
That dress? This dress you made is beautiful.
Of course, Rarity is devastated now, but the cat's out of the bag, so...
They may not be as sophisticated as some of you Canterlot ponies, but they are my best friends.
This might work out a little better if Pinkie's whole head wasn't coated in chocolate.
And they are without a doubt the most important ponies I know.
Important ponies? These ruffians?
You know they've saved Equestria twice now, right?
I, for one, find them charmingly rustic. And I think the dress you made for your friend is lovely.
Oh, okay, Fancy Pants is legitimately a good guy.
Oh, I'd like to place my order right now.
I think you should get two.
He's also getting Best Face Award.
Yes, now then. How about you introduce me to your friend?
With pleasure.
Now it's Rarity's turn to write a letter to Princess Celestia, while she's standing right behind her. And so ends Sweet and Elite. This is a good episode with a fairly straightforward lesson which is implemented well. It's fine to broaden your horizons, just don't forget where you came from and who your friends are. It would have been really easy to have Rarity come off as really jerkish or self-absorbed, but I think they do a good job of showing that she really has a dilemma. She wants to be a good friend, but her career is also really important to her. And of course she ends up choosing her career whenever it comes up, but she's always conflicted about it. Plus, after a certain point, it almost feels like it's out of her control. The only major mistake she makes, and this episode doesn't really hit on it as much as it could, I don't think, is not giving her friends enough credit. I mean, sure, no one wants a friend to miss their birthday party, but sometimes it just happens. A busy person can't always make every get-together that their friends are having, and good friends can accept that. Within reason, of course. I'm not advocating ditching her friends all the time, obviously. She really could have just told Twilight that a business opportunity came up and she'll have to miss Twilight's birthday party, and maybe offer to take her out to lunch or something after she gets back to make it up to her. It's not like Twilight isn't going to have plenty more birthdays. And then there's being embarrassed by her friends, but naturally that gets resolved. In no small part because, despite being all high society, Fancy Pants is actually a pretty decent guy and basically comes to Rarity's defense in kind of a subtle way. He's kind of a refreshing character. This is basically the second episode to spend a lot of time with characters who are rich and influential, the other being green isn't your color, and he's really the first to come across as someone with a conscience. He's a lot like Rarity in that way, except that she's kind of new to that scene where he's already learned how to fit into it without sacrificing his morals. And yes, I kinda ship these two. Hey, we don't know how serious he and Fleur-de-Lis are, just saying. Next up is Secret of My Excess. See you then.
Because I'm the type of pony. Yes, I'm the type of pony. Yes, I'm the type of pony every pony should know.
And then I said, please, that isn't a hat, darling. That's a natural disaster that somehow landed atop your head.